Hi everybody, and welcome to the next part of the high poly modeling of the Soviet machine. So in this part we're going to continue adding more detail to the top elements. As you can see, they're maybe the only ones left apart from those on the back side that are still in the wall poly mode. So now what I'm going to do is start making the high poly for those elements. And as you can see, I start right away making a box that will represent an element that we haven't actually made in the wall poly version, or the block out version. You can see the model here on the reference. So start off with a box, position it properly, make it roughly the size we need, convert it to editable poly, and start adding the details, start fixing up the shape. So I start here by making a connect and position it down a bit. Then I select all of the top polygons and make a small extrude on the Wacol axis, on the Wacol normals. Okay, so now I'm just going to bring those vertices down. Just looking around to get a feel for the shape and the proportions. Yeah, I decided that I'm going to delete that top part and I'm going to remake it from my border edge selection here because it's easier for me to do so this way. So I made a small extrusion, again holding the shift and dragging the selection. Okay, I continue to the top there, close off the hole a bit and make another extrusion after that. Okay, cap the end, and now I'm going to add a connection here. Use a chamfer to double the edge, just the value a bit. Okay, so now I'm just selecting all of these polygons and making a small extrusion there. As you can see, my shape looks better now. So yeah, I'm just going to bring the left vertices in just a bit. Okay, just applied my standard material and the black color. So now I'm adding a few connections here and there to harden the edges. We've done that many times so far, so I'm just going to make that quickly. Okay, yeah, I think that's looking good now. Just gonna add another connection, a single connection here at the front. Again, using the chamfer, I'm going to double it and make another one, make the same thing there at the bottom. And now I've deleted that polygon. As you can see, there's a small I don't know how it's called. It's not exactly a button. It's something like a button that you can click on and off, up and down. I don't know how it's called. Anyway, I'm going to create that simply by making a hole here, and after that I'm going to add a connection harden the edges there. So yeah, I select all of these edges, hit connect, slide that in, but as you can see I have some problems, so I'm just going to have to do that manually. Switch back to edge constraint mode, again shift X, and yeah, I use the scale to position my edges properly, weld the triangles at each end, and once I have that, I'm just going to go ahead and take the inner polygon and make a copy of it. Yeah, I'm still in the edge constraint mode, so I switched that off. So after I made that copy of that polygon there, I'm just going to use it to create that switcher here. So yeah, make a connection down there, inset that, and make a small extrusion like so. Fix the shape a bit, and yeah, make another inset, and after that I'm going to harden the edges. Okay, like so. Do the same on the front side and on the side of that extruded element here. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good here. So I've attached that element to the ones that we've already had you know, done, just to get the mesh smooth copied here. And you saw that I have some small problems, nothing that a connection of two can't fix. So yeah, after adding the connections, everything's looking good. I'm just going to continue forward with it. Okay, so now I'm moving to the bottom side of the element. I've just isolated both of the elements, make a connection. I forgot to tell you that I went to the bottom view, hit the B button on the keyboard, and yeah, you go there. So right now I'm making you know, place for my hole that will be here. There's a small hole here that some kind of cable runs in or through it. I guess it's some kind of you know, power supply cable, something like that. So I'm just adding another edge here, and from the bottom view I'm going to make a cylinder exactly in the center there with 8 sides. It's not with 8 sides right now, but I'm going to make it with 8 sides, and also reduce the height segments, I don't need them. And after that I'm just going to cut along the edges of the cylinder here. So as you can see, nothing new right now, just going to make the cut. After I'm done, I'm just going to connect the side vertices. Okay, like so. Okay, so now I'll delete the cylinder because I don't need it. Delete the middle vertex there. That will delete the polygons that the vertex is included in. And now I'm just again using the scale and the move, I'm just creating that element here at the bottom. You know, it's not a hole. It is a hole, but it's not a simple hole, it has some kind of a protector on the side, just in case, you know, something happens or you pull accidentally the cable, it doesn't snap off that part here. So yeah, adding the connections, and I think that everything's looking good right now. Just looking around, as you can see, the model is quite detailed already. I'm liking what I see here. So yeah, I'm moving to the front view, and I'm going to create my cable from a simple spline. Okay, so I draw the spline in the front view roughly. I don't make it exactly right, just so I can have something that I can work with. After I'm done, I move it where it should be and start positioning the vertices, and then I'm going to convert them to be smooth mode, in smooth mode, or yeah, I think it's called smooth mode, and just starting to play here with the positioning of that vertex there, also converting my end vertice to you know, Bezier corner mode, just so I can you know, fix it up. Okay. And again, I'm making it visible in the renderer and in the viewport. So now, yeah, I'm going to tweak it a bit. Okay, so I think I'm almost finished with that. I've converted my middle point to Bezier mode, because as you've probably seen, I had too many edges there, you know, at the same place, and I had fewer on the sides. So yeah, I think that's looking good right now, and I'm going to reduce the steps a bit, since I'm going to I mean attach that to the main element, and therefore I'm going to use the mesh smooth of that part, so I don't need so many steps. And yeah, attach that now, and I think that's looking good. I'm happy with it. I'm going to select those two parts and isolate them. Okay, I'm selecting this edge here because I want to use it to connect to create that hole there that the cable goes in. So I'm just making a few more connections. Okay, I'm just going to move those down. Sorry about that. Yeah, so now I need to make one more connection in the middle, like so. Position it properly. I've hidden my cable just so it doesn't block my view here, and I can make the whole, you know, easy. So yeah, again, a cylinder, start cutting along the sides there. After you're done with that, connect the side vertices like so. Delete the inner one, delete the cylinder, and you can use the border selection mode to create your detail there. But first I'm just making a connection at the side there to harden the edge, and I'm going to finish this detail here by making a few extrusions to make it more interesting. Okay, so I think that's looking good now. I'm just going to unhide my elements again, and right now I can see that my hole is too small. I need to make it bigger. Okay, like that. Scale it on the X and the Y axes, I think. No, Z and X actually. The Z and the X. And position the cable on the proper spot. Okay, so now gonna take a look at the reference to see what's up next. Yeah, I've noticed a small element at the top of this one here that I haven't actually created, so I'm just going to do so now. Start off with a box there, adjust the size a bit, position it properly, and now I can start adding detail to it. Convert it to editable poly, delete the bottom polygon, and start making the shape here. I'm just starting with a small two connections there, two connections, and I'm deleting that side there because that's how the element is on the side, as I can see here on the reference picture. Making another connection here in the middle, also on the other side. Okay, so after I've created those connections, I'm just going to make a cylinder here, because I'm just going to cut along the half of it to create the shape I need there. First, of course, applying the default material and the black color. Okay, cutting along the edge there. Now I've deleted my cylinder here. Yeah, I've made a small connection there at the bottom. I'm just going to do the same at the top. No, actually I haven't made the connection at the bottom because I've deleted the bottom polygon, so there is nothing to connect there. I'm just going to cut straight down from this part there. After I have my shape ready, I'm just going to adjust it a bit more, since I'm not too happy with the shape, and select all of the polygons and make an extrusion there. Okay, add a few connections to harden the sides there. Also make one along the side of the element, but first I have to run a few connections, make a few cuts there, because there were some 5-sided polygons. Yeah, I've selected something that I shouldn't have. Yeah, that's the edge there. Also I need to weld those. Made a small mistake there. So now as I hit connect, everything should be looking okay, and it is. I'm going to weld those vertices together. Okay, so just continue making a few connections there. I'm going to have to straighten the selection there, and now I'm creating a new cylinder, because as you see on the reference, there's a cylindrical hole here. Well, not a hole, there's some kind of element there which is cylindrical in shape. So yeah, I'm going to create that using the cut again, connecting everything together. Okay, so now I can fix up my vertices that are not on the right spot. Continue doing so there, and now I can delete my cylinder, delete the vertex at the middle there, border select those edges, and I'm going to recreate that detail here. Okay, connect the vertices at the two ends. I'm just going to select all of these front polygons, make a small inset there, and now I'm going to chamfer those edges at the middle, just like so. Weld those vertices at the end, at the two ends. Select again those polygons, delete them, border selecting the edges of the hole there, and make the a few extrusions inwards. Great. I think that's looking good now. I think the hole is too big, so I'm just going to adjust the size like so. I've started by using the symmetry, but decided that it's not working right, because it's not only scaling the hole, but it's scaling the distance between the vertices there, and that's not what I want. So yeah, I've moved them by hand, and now I'm moving to the top part here, where I'm selecting all of these polygons, and maybe for the first or the second time in this series I am using the bevel. like so. Just give it some kind of a roof there, and I'm going to select all of the edges on the bottom of the roof. Yeah, I've noticed that there are some problems here at the back, so I'm making, you know, a few connections there, a few cuts actually. So after I have my edges selected, I'm going to make a small chamfer there just to pull them apart, weld everything that needs to be welded here. I'm trying to select the edge in the middle there. It doesn't seem to work, so go in the front view, select that, ring select all the edges there, convert my selection to polygons and delete them. After that I'm just making a small extrusion inwards of the border edges there, and now I think that's looking good. I'm just going to move to the side, start again with the cylinder. We have to recreate a similar part on that side. Again, starting with the cylinder, making the cuts needed. I'm cutting along the side of the cylinder here, nothing new. Connecting those edges together, I mean vertices together, using the cut. Okay, so I've realized that I need only the half of the you know, cylinder there, so I don't actually had to cut all the way through the way of the cylinder. So I've deleted everything I don't need or welded it, and again making the cuts there, selecting the polygons we need, make a small extrusion, make the connects here to harden the sides, delete the bottom polygons. Okay, again going to the right view, I'm going to make a new cylinder. Oh, it's exactly the same procedure we did on the other side. So make the cuts here. Okay, now delete the inner vertex, select the border edges, and yeah, create the hole here. This side is different from the ones we did before. You know, there is not a bolt there. There's just one hole. Okay. make the connection there also on the side, and now I'm going to attach that element to the main one and take a look at it with the mesh smooth applied. I need to run a few connections here to harden the sides. Do one there, also one at the other side. Okay, I'll check my result here again. Check it with 2 iterations of the mesh smooth. Okay, I think that's looking good. Yeah, I only need to harden the sides of this bolt here. Once I make the connections, I run a few cuts to the end, making sure that everything is connected, and there are no end-ons. So okay, yeah, I think that's looking good, and we're finished with that part. So we're going to move on to the next thing we have to do. Yeah, looking around my model, I realized that there's a small problem there. I seem to have deleted some polygons here. Nothing too hard to fix. I'm just capping that polygon there, connecting the ends, and as you can see, everything is looking good. So I'm just saving my project. I've decided that I'm going to add the final detail of this element here. It's some kind of a circular detail extrusion here that I'm just going to recreate. Make a connection in the middle. No, actually, first I'm sliding that edge in the middle and then add another connection. Okay, again using another cylinder, I'm going to cut the hole here. As you can see, it's quite big because this detail here is almost as big as the side. So yeah, again doing the cut here. Deleting the cylinder and making the connections here. Okay, so I delete that vertex there at the middle, and now I'm going to use those edges here to create my detail, like so. Creating all of that, make another extrusion inwards using the scale, and connecting the vertices there to avoid any end-ons, making the final connection on the side. Okay, so now when I apply the mesh smooth, everything should be looking good, and it does. Yeah, I think that's okay here. Okay, I'm just looking at my reference here, just thinking what should I create, and I see that there's a few more things I can do here on the side, just to uh, get it right. I've seen on my picture that yeah, you can see here that on this element at the middle we have some kind of, I don't know how it's called, some metal plates are stacked together, one on top of the other. I have absolutely no idea why that's needed or why people are doing this, but I'm going to create it anyway. So I'm scaling the two parts together, extruding one of the border selections there to the other one, and what I'm going to do now is weld all of these vertices together. Okay, going on the other side, on the back side as well. Okay, so now I'm just adding the connections I need there. I've noticed that I have a few more vertices that need to be welded. I'm just going to finish off making my connections. Okay, so we've created the place for those metal plates. So it's time to create the plates themselves. As you can see, I've started off with a box, create the the plate. Just the size a bit, making that really thin, making the height 0.05, and positioning that at the bottom there. Again, trying to create the right size, 9.5 centimeters in length seems okay. So what I'm going to do now is start making copies of that plate, and I'm going to stack them all the way to the top. As you can see, each time I make a copy, I select all of the elements, and that makes it faster. So now what I've done here, I've selected all of the edges of these parts and make a small chamfer. We're not going to add mesh smooth to those parts here, but I need them to uh, to be easier for people to notice that they're actually, it's not a solid piece, it's a few plates stacked together. So making that chamfer will help us achieve that goal. Also in the rendering, these parts will collect more um rays at the edges. And now I'm just looking around here if I need to create something more here on that part. And yeah, I'm going to use this bolt here, make a copy of it. Again, I'm going to center the pivot of this bolt, and I'm going to scale it down and position it into place, make a few copies. At the end, I'm going to attach them back to the element. Okay. Yeah, I've attached them once more. And I also have a few bolts here at the top. I'm just going to recreate that detail there. It's some kind of a plate, with I don't care what it's about, I'm just going to recreate it. It's just a plate, it's nothing too serious. I'm just going to add the connections I need here. Okay, after I'm done with the plate, I'm going to copy the bolts, but first I'm adjusting the overall height of this element here, because I noticed on my reference that it's too big. So I'm going to add the bolts there, and this video ends a bit a bit strange. I mean, in the middle of my working process, but I mean, I'm sorry for that. That's just how it happened this time. But don't worry, nothing is lost. All of the material is there. I've just made I've just cut it the video rather strange, but yeah, you get everything for the modeling here. Again, copying the bolts once more. Okay. Just looking around the model. I've decided that I need to select all of these side vertices there and move them in a bit, which also means that I have to move the plates, the side plates of the vertices as well. And after I do so, we're going to end this part of this video and see you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.